What's up, everybody? I'm in a hotel this weekend visiting Grand Canyon, and I picked this hotel. It's got a pretty shitty gym, but I'll make it work. It's got some dumbbells, and that's it. It just has dumbbells, but I want to make it work. Get some training in. I had a big arm wrestling practice on what was it? On Sunday. So what was that? Couple days ago. So two days ago, I'm still pretty sore, but just want to get some blood flow in, and I'm gonna get some training in. Appreciate you guys joining. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button. Fake weights. I mean, I'm just here at the gym on just a hotel gym. Like I said, pretty shitty, but they do got these dumbbells, and I'm gonna get some work in. I just had arm wrestling practice 2 days ago, and still a little bit sore. But anytime you go on a trip, you wanna get some work in, and that's what I'm doing. Would appreciate it if you guys subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. Let's jump to 50. Some hammer strength. This is a nice belly. Hey, I appreciate it. I'll take that as a compliment. 50s. Nothing crazy. A little sore, but no big deal. Jokes, yeah, man, you gotta have fun. Who gives a shit what people think? Never care about what anybody thinks of you, ever. You don't need advice, but if you want some advice, who gives a fuck what people think? Just do you. Oh. Yeah, again, 15 of you, appreciate you guys joining. Again, if you just joined, I'm just at a hotel here visiting the Grand Canyon with the family, and we have this. It's just a shitty gym. They only have some barbells here, dumbbells. Apologize, and I just want to get some work in on Sunday. I had a big arm wrestling practice. I trained with the Arizona arm wrestling. We do a lot of arm wrestling there, so basically trying to do arm wrestling practice every 2 weeks. But it definitely messes up the tendons. It takes a lot of time to recover, and but again, just want to pump some blood through the tendons to get them healed up. I'm a little stiff right now, but that's all right. Appreciate you guys joining. If you haven't, make sure to click subscribe. Would appreciate it. You can see a ton of arm wrestling on my channel. Local Arizona guys, Eric Wolf, Legendary Balkan. We got Joseph Moranto on there, who just won King of the Table. He's ranked number 3 in 154s in the United States. So make sure you guys check that out. Appreciate it. 40s. Let me see. Jump to 40s. Adjust this thing. Alright. 40s for biceps, so all I'm doing is I'm training biceps for arm wrestling. This helps with that. If you train arm wrestling, it helps with the lock. More of a defensive arm wrestling. It's called for hook arm wrestling, and you definitely have to have strong biceps to, I'll be honest, you gotta have strong biceps for anything, but especially if you're hook arm wrestling. So this is that defensive catch hold, but you always want to have strong biceps. So this is, I would say, number one exercise for training your biceps, and if you want to be strong in general. This and also too, I know a lot of people hate on cheek curls, but cheek curls, I've been doing those cheek curls for about 6 months, and I used to do strict form, and my biceps didn't grow at all. I don't understand why everybody says strict form, strict curls, but when I started doing the cheek curls, and all that means is just this right here, and I think what it is it's the more tension underweight. My biceps have been getting a lot stronger, a lot bigger, so definitely would recommend cheek curls. I have a video on there doing 170-pound cheek curls. I think I hit 3 reps. I did 160, was 150 or 60, I think 160 for 5. So I would definitely recommend, if you want some strong biceps, start switching it up and do some cheek curls. You guys are going to be surprised, because it definitely it makes them a lot stronger. All right, got 40 now. Oh. 27. Appreciate you guys joining. If you haven't, make sure to click the subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. Again, you'll see arm wrestling on my channel, specifically Arizona arm wrestling, and we're actually home of basically, I would say they call him the GOAT, John Brzenk. Met him a couple times, great guy. You also see him on my channel as well. Make sure you guys follow me, would really appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, I think probably a lot of you guys don't arm wrestle. Would highly recommend it, especially as you get into get older. I mean, I just turned 38. You got to have some strong hobbies, and just like everybody in life, I like to level up. And if you really want to test yourself, would highly recommend arm wrestling. It's going to make you much stronger. It's going to make your hands super strong. I've been arm wrestling for 3 years. I had a super weak hand. I'm just being honest. Now the hand has gotten decent strength. This has gotten much bigger. Your tendons, everything just gets way bigger, thicker. I've been doing it for 3 years. What I would recommend is, just look up on Facebook, your local arm wrestling club, and check it out. Arm wrestlers are, they just look big, scary, tough, but these guys are the nicest guys in the world. Arm wrestling is such a, it's such a sport where you're gonna, once you get into it, it's been around for a very, very long time. It's got a lot of history. Oh, see, this guy said he watches Lorette a lot. Yeah, so Devin Larrett, make sure you guys check him out. If you like powerlifting, which that's how I got into arm wrestling, which is I started watching powerlifting like Brian Shaw, Mariusz Pudzianowski, and then I just saw this random guy, Devin Larrett, like Donald's talking about here, and just started watching it, and thought it was super interesting. And then my brother got into it, and then I went to a local arm wrestling club, and honestly, leveling up, making yourself stronger, for yourself, for your family, would highly recommend it, especially when you're getting older. Like I said, I'm 38, and it's not enough just to go to the gym and do bodybuilding stuff. You got to challenge yourself a little bit. And question from this guy, Obnoxious, it says, what do you do for the hairline? Buddy, I don't do anything. As you get older, all this hair goes away. So who gives a shit about that? As long as you're strong, who gives a shit about the hairline? But if you're young, you'll learn that later. Alright, let's do 50s. I'm sad to say this gym, like I said, it's pretty shitty. 50s are the biggest weight they have, but I'll make it work. I'll just do a lot more reps. Let me turn that fucking camera. We got 50 on there. Let me know if you want to use this. Good? All right, cool. Shit, we got Colombia in here. Really appreciate you guys joining. Oscar Olaya. Awesome, man. We got Gilmore that says, I can't even read that, man. I don't know Spanish, but appreciate you guys joining. A little improv 2 workout here. I'm at a hotel gym, just want to get some work in, and then tomorrow with the family, I'm going back to Grand Canyon. We're gonna hang out there. We walked Grand Canyon all day. I was super sore, but I took 2 ibuprofens, and you want to get it in. So from Brazil, so I'm from Arizona. We're the home of John Brzenk. So if you like arm wrestling, check out my, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I got a bunch of arm wrestling from Arizona and a lot of other stuff too. Appreciate you guys joining, but let's get some more work in. You're fine. You want to use this? I'll move this. Yeah. I'm sure. Alright. Put the camera like this. See, if you guys didn't believe me, like I said, this is just a hotel shitty gym I'm in, but gotta get the work in. Alright, now you guys are gonna see me do some wrist curls. This is super important for arm wrestling. Even if you're not an arm wrestler, I highly recommend doing them. It will make your wrists stronger. It's gonna make your wrist bigger, thicker. You know, even for bodybuilding, deadlifting, you need a strong wrist. So definitely recommend that. Oh, nice, Richard. So you work with some guys from America? Nice. Yeah, Brazil's got that. Your top arm wrestler, his name is Wagner Bartola. Make sure you check him out. He's also very good. I see those questions there. I'm going to answer that in a second, but I'm going to just show you guys the wrist curl, if you want to call it a technique. But like I said, you want to, even if you don't arm wrestle, you want to have those strong wrists if you're deadlifting, bench pressing, you know, whatever, pressing, whatever you're doing, you got to have a strong hand. Having part of a strong hand is a strong wrist. Let me just show you guys the technique, and you can really go super heavy on these wrist curls. For me, it just goes up to 50 for right now because of the gym. I can do hundreds, 100 pounds for 5, and I mean that's not even considered that good. So it just tells you, you know, you gotta have a strong wrist. And I saw in a video Sam Sulek, popular bodybuilder, he trains with 75, and even if a bodybuilder is doing it, that should tell you guys that definitely you want to do it. So check out the technique on here. So right now I am going, it's called negative, this is positive, this is negative. I'm going negative on this just because it's super lightweight. When you get heavier, you know, whatever your heavy weight is, when I say heavy, that means 2, 3, 4, 5 reps. Then you don't want to go negative because you can end up hurting your wrist. But when you're going negative, it could hurt you a little bit. But you know, of course, you could. Whatever you want to do, it's going to make your wrist thicker, stronger. And the chicks love big forearms too. But yeah, so we have a question here from Roman. He says, this may sound like a dumb question, but are arm wrestlers tested for PEDs and other drugs like amphetamines? Yeah, so great question, and I'll answer it honestly. I would say most top-level arm wrestlers that compete for big money, you know, for example, there's it's called East versus West Arm Wrestling. Make sure you guys check that out on YouTube. There's also, it's called King of the Table Arm Wrestling. You know, those guys that make, for example, you know, for a 5-10 minute match, some of them will make 5,000, 10,000. Top guys like somebody earlier was saying, Devin Larratt, he's probably making, you know, 10 to 50, maybe even $20,000 per match. And you know, those guys, you know, they are on PEDs, all kinds of gear, and that's just the way it is. You know, that league is not tested, but there are other leagues. There are other leagues that are tested. For example, there's a league called WAF, which is World Arm Wrestling Federation. It's mostly Europeans, and those guys actually do get tested. And the PEDs, in my opinion, they're overrated because we have a lot of top arm wrestlers who don't take PEDs. But at that top level, when I say top level, I would say that top 1 to 5% in the world. You know, they're all on it. That's just the way it is. You can look up our most famous, strongest arm wrestler. His name is Levon Saakashvili. He's from Georgia. He's our #1 rank, and he's on everything. But he's #1. He's been #1 for about probably 7 to 8 years, and this guy is huge. Schwalu says, you look like my daddy. That means your daddy's super strong, so appreciate the compliment. We got Lene, hello from Denmark. Hey, how you doing? Welcome from Denmark. And Shulu says, does it hurt when you grip? I don't know what that. Oh, okay, I get it. That's pretty funny. No, but it's all in a technique. What else? Yeah, I mean, 21 of you guys, really appreciate you joining. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have a ton of arm wrestling stuff on there, from Arizona arm wrestling to anything. So thanks, guys. Let's continue doing these wrist curls. Definitely would recommend them. Oh, if you can see it, let's do 45. We got another question. Have you ever thought about doing a power slap? No, I think the power slap is the stupidest thing ever. I would never do that. But a real sport is arm wrestling. You know, I recommend you guys look into it. It has a deep history. That's, you know, it's mostly considered underground. But look up Devin Larrett. You know, check out my stuff, and you know, you guys will fall in love with it because it's not just strength. There's a lot of technique and things like that. But if you guys want to challenge yourself, especially as you get older, like I was saying earlier, you need some kind of a strong hobby or you just become weak. This will make you strong. It will build up your tendons, ligaments. It will make your hand, everything will be much thicker. We got the 50s.
And we are nothing phone.
Time 6:57. All right, guys, gotta check out. The wife is calling me. We're gonna go out to dinner. But appreciate you guys joining. Have a great rest of your day.